Hello everybody and welcome to my monthly Vietnam update. Once again, Vietnam showed resilience against global volatility and the conflict in Ukraine doesn't seem to affect its economy very much. Our patience to focus on future winners in a rising interest rate environment starts paying off. Pre-announcements of first quarter earnings showed strong growth and this should lead to a tailwind for stock markets this year if forecasts are correct. Our portfolio increased sharply in March and reached a new all-time high with plus 6% according to internal estimates. Hi, my name is Andreas Vogelsanger. I'm the CEO of the AFC Vietnam Fund. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and switch on the bell so you don't miss any uploads. Turbulent political times led to volatile markets. That is to be expected, but less expected was the strong recovery in most markets in March. But at the end of the day, it is better to have much less volatility in the first place, as it was the case with Vietnam. We are of course deeply concerned and shocked about the gravity and tragedy of events in Ukraine, which is an extreme external shock that will have many geopolitical and economic ramifications over the next few decades. In order to absorb some of the economic shocks of the war in Ukraine, the world needs to ensure a robust supply of raw materials. But regions and countries are differently affected by skyrocketing price increases of gas, fertilizers and many other materials. But if we compare the current prices of certain agricultural commodities with the prices from 10-12 years ago, we realize that we have seen these price levels before, not even taking into account any inflation adjustments over the years. Actually, Russia contributed only 0.95% of total export revenues in 2021, and 0.69% of total import value. Ukraine plays even a smaller role in the Vietnamese trade balance. The long-term inflationary impact for the world is currently a guessing game, which will be the result of the totally unknown outcome of this conflict. Here you see that Vietnam is one of the fastest growing countries in the world and its energy consumption also grows strongly. Vietnam explores for its own oil and gas, of course, but given that its rising energy appetite, it became a net oil importer in 2015. However, fuel and transportation are only 3.6% and 9.7% of the CPI basket, respectively, compared to 35% for food and beverages. And the government of Vietnam set a target or an inflation target of 4% for this year. So let's see if we can manage that. Currently inflation is only around 2%. The Vietnamese government agreed to fully reopen its borders to foreign tourists again, which should lead to high economic growth this year of around 7 to 7.5%. The peak of COVID-19 infections was reached in mid-March 2022, and Vietnam now allows all tourists to enter the country with a single test before departure. The massive economic stimulus package should boost this positive sentiment even further, and with high expected earnings growth for this and next year, we could see the perfect storm for a continuation of the last year's equity bull market. If we apply the same valuation of 17 times earnings like the past 2 years, On 2024 expected earnings, we are coming up with an index target of 2,650 for the Vietnam index, which is up a staggering 75% from current levels.